don't like each other. Two guys at the top of their game. Both guys training out of big-time schools.
Absolutely. Ogden, Okanovich, we are underway for the Fury FC 155 title. Oftentimes with a couple grapplers, the guy who can establish himself as a striker is a guy who's at a big advantage.
Yeah, and so far, Ogden is pushing the pace here a little bit.
Lands a nice jab. Yeah, Okanovich doesn't look as comfortable in the striking. You know, it's a little bit awkward, whereas Ogden is looked smooth so far. Not landing any huge shots, but he definitely looks like the more comfortable guy.
Yeah, Okanovich definitely wants to get this to the ground. And
careful what you wish for with this guy.
Yeah, it's you know, I was going to say it's one of those things. It's kind of picking and choosing your poison here for both guys. You know, both guys with big power, both guys with you know, good ground games. Each guy picking their shot here, fighting from the pocket. Nice head kick. It's blocked by Okanovich, but man, anytime you take one of those head kicks on the shin, you know, from the shin bone, even if you block it with your arms, those are really, really devastating. It's kind of a body punch there from J.J. Okanovich. Now, Trey Ogden is you can tell he's definitely more comfortable on his feet. Okanovich is landing a few punches, but there's not much behind him. Both these guys really at the top of their game, though, at 155 pounds.
There's the entry and quick takedown for Ogden.
Yeah, Okanovich, of course, with that wrestling background, would like to be on top. Let's see what his bottom game looks like here.
This is not where a wrestler wants to be.
No.
Again, we're seeing a close card.
Yeah, I can guarantee you this is not what they coach there. So he's doing this for a very specific reason, I would imagine. You know what that would be. He wants to maybe improve his position just a little bit or get his posture up just a hair.
There he goes. He rolls for an armbar.
Very nice transition to the armbar.
That was quick.
Very quick transition. Trey Ogden in a little bit of trouble here. If he can pull that arm out, this is not a good position for Trey Ogden to be in. He needs to get him turned over. There you go. He's got it.
He's out.
He
is out, and now he's back in control. That was a slick attempt.
Yeah,
great job by Ogden to defend that, though.
Yeah, very slick, very quick transition to that armbar. And that was very, very close.
You mentioned a very specific reason. He was trying to get his hips up high.
Yeah. Just waiting for the correct body position.
And Ogden goes right back to it.
I just don't like this position at all. I mean, stand up with him all the way if you're going to stand up. And there he goes, switching his hips out.
But I think now Ogden was thinking about it, and he knew when to drop his weight down.
Yeah, sprawled right down the hips of Okanovich.
As soon as he saw his hips turn, he said, nope, shut it down.
Yep.
Good job learning a lesson on the fly.
Yeah, because Okanovich was definitely going to do it again if he let him. Definitely going back to that position.
Some little short elbows here.
And I think that's what, you know, separates the top-level guys from, you know, I train a lot with the U.S. Olympic Judo team and Nick Popolo and a bunch of those guys. And, you know, the thing about them is, you know, Nick's a black belt, high-level judo, and he's a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but he never falls for the same thing twice. Such a good student, and just the same things don't happen to him twice. It never does. And I think that's the difference between the great people and the good people, is that they can make the adjustments on the fly. They know they made a mistake, they recognize it, never happens again. We'll see if he can keep that up for the rest of the round.
"10 seconds away from the end of round one, and despite the nice armbar attempt, it's still, to me, it's a clear 10-9 Ogden round.
Yeah, I think Ogden pretty clearly won that. You know, if that armbar would have been closer, we might have had a different story. But
it was really the only form of offense you saw from Okanovich in that round.
Yeah, and he took a few punches. I think Ogden was landing the better punches, was controlling the feet a lot more.
And he's the one who got the takedown when the time came.
Yeah. And again, not just a ton of respect for Ogden, not showing a ton of respect for Okanovich's striking. You know, kind of approaching him with his hands down, kind of like we saw earlier. Again, here's that quick transition.
Very nice armbar attempt. And good job by Ogden to keep his weight on him.
Yeah, I don't know what he felt there.
Kept his arms triangled.
Yeah. I don't know what he felt there. I feel like he may have given up on that a little bit too early.
Yep.
Maybe wanted to punish him just a little bit to...
I told you, it always happens.
It always happens, of course.
Never fail. Some things in life never fail.
That's right. Here we go, round 2. Okanovich comes out with a hard leg kick to that front leg of Ogden. Ogden again.
His hands are just quicker. He's the more confident striker in there.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen Ogden blink once since he's been in there.
I'd like to see Okanovich try some offensive wrestling. And I get you got to set it up, but he just feels nervous. Every feint, he's jumping. Like Ogden is figuring out where he moves.
Yeah, and the last time we called the fight with JJ, I was so impressed with his takedowns. Once he got down, once he's on top, he has really good ground and pound. And so far, we just haven't seen any indication that he's going to be able to get any offense off against Trey Ogden. Trey Ogden looking very focused, looking very much at the top of his game tonight.
Another blast double and gets it. Okanovich quickly to the wall.
Yeah, and Ogden's sucking him up underneath him, trying to get to that mount position, it looks like. What he's trying to do is isolate those legs. He gets to that position. He wants to get his...
Oh, this is a good spot.
Legs. Yeah, this is a really good spot. Ogden should be able to dole out. And he's got that far arm now. This is a very bad position for JJ Okanovich. He's improved it a little bit with that turn, but still.
Oh.
Trey Ogden is in a good position here. Trey Ogden also right over his corner.
Yep, good place to be. James Krause giving instructions. Krause already had a winner tonight with Ugly Man Joe.
Yeah, beautiful win from Ugly Man Joe. Now Trey Ogden mounting JJ Okanovich, and he's got those legs isolated. You see both those heels off the mat. That's the perfect mount position. It's not great for doling out punishment because you got to kind of lean back. It doesn't give you a lot of room.
Well, what Okanovich has done is got his arm back. He was tied up with that arm behind his back, and now he's at least got 2 hands. Still has no legs, but has both his hands at least.
Yeah, and really no place to shrimp to either. He's kind of stuck up against that cage.
This is really good control for Ogden.
Yeah, and then when he does get those hands loose, he's landing big punches in there. He's dominating him right
I think he's trying to lock him up a head and arm. He's trying to bait him for it.
Yeah, JJ Okanovich, a versed grappler, though, you know, training with the guys that he trains with. Luke Rockhold, the black belt, then Cormier, of course, Khabib, and those guys, Yuri Samoys. I mean, he's savvy to those things. It's just whenever somebody's punching you in the face, that acumen goes away very, very quickly.
Yeah, you train with Khabib. I'm sure you've had your hand tied behind your back before.
Yeah.
I'm sure it wasn't the first time, but it's different when a guy's trying to hurt you.
Yeah, I'm sure he's mounted. You know, he's been mounted hundreds of times.
He's trying to explode, and Ogden's hips are just driving. that cup-to-cup pressure that is just miserable if you're the guy on bottom. And there it is. I told you, he was baiting it. He's got it now.
Yeah, that's a very tight head and arm choke.
He needs to flatten his hips down.
Yeah, body's in perfect position. Just needs to put his hips to the floor.
It's over.
And that's it. J.J. Okanovich is asleep. Trey Ogden has submitted J.J. Okanovich and put him to sleep.
Wow.
Dominant performance from Trey Ogden.
And Dana White is smiling. He likes what he sees.
He does.
Rightfully so.
This has got to be a contract for Trey Ogden.
That's got to be.
I don't like to make predictions about that, but J.J. Okanovich is one of the best prospects in the country, and he just made him look elementary.
He did.
Dominant performance from Trey Ogden.
Ogden, the more crisp, more confident striker. And both takedowns. He was the one who secured both of them. That time, a great takedown, pushed him against the wall, really controlled him, and started setting up this choke a minute or two before he locked it in. And right there, you see Okanovich go to sleep. Your new 155-pound champion, Trey Ogden.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes 3 minutes, 43 seconds into round number 2. Declaring your winner by technical submission. And your new Fury FC lightweight champion.